Are you cruising from Portsmouth in 2024? Or are you thinking about it? Well, perhaps you should, because next year 150,000 people will be cruising from Portsmouth and 90 ship calls. I have the full guide and tour of the new cruise terminal that's just opened and tell you exactly what it's like to cruise from Portsmouth in 2024. Hi everybody, I'm Tom from Cruising with the 4Bs and welcome to our guide to cruising from Portsmouth. Quick mention, a thank you to Strong Island Media and Portsmouth Port for the additional footage. So, what will be sailing from Portsmouth? Well, very excitingly, Resilient Lady Virgin Voyages are returning in 2024, late summer. But the winter will be dominated by Saga Cruises, Spirit of Discovery, Spirit of Adventure. Ada's making visits, Viking's making visit, Norwegian has got 2 crews on Norwegian Star departing in May. Also Ambassador is coming to Portsmouth, over 90 calls next year, and there should be over 100 in 2025. So definitely a growing cruise market. It's also dominated by the ferries. You can head to France, Cannes, St. Malo, Cherbourg and Le Havre on Brittany ferries. Some of these ferries are just like cruise ships. You can also head to Bilbao and Santander on 2-night ferry cruises. I checked out the Brittany Ferries website, really good. It's got some videos on there for the ships they use and some good prices. So it's a real good place to head to if you want to head over to France. But where is Portsmouth? Well, Portsmouth, if you've always cruised from Southampton, it's around 30 minutes away, an hour and a half from London, around 2 hours from Heathrow. The coach National Express drops you right in front and you can get prices as low as £5. Good connections on the train take you to Portsmouth and Southsea, and then it's around a £5 taxi fare to the port, and it's over £100 if you want a taxi all the way from London. Loads of hotels, all 5-minute car journey away, including Ibis, Travelodge, Premier Inn, and if you want to go a little bit more market, there is a Marriott 5 minutes away, but lots of variety if you want to stay, and I would strongly advise you to stay a few days before your cruise. Lots to do, including the D-Day Museum, the historic dockyard, Spinnaker Tower, which will take you 170 metres in the air on an observation tower across Portsmouth. Shopping and eating at Gunwharf Quays, and if you're lucky, you're here in August, you might be able to check out a festival, Victorious Festival. Great connections to the island if you're taking your car or you want to jump on the hovercraft. Great fun, that 10 minutes and you're over to the fantastic Isle of Wight. When we're talking parking, valet parking from around £54 and £13 a day. As you can see, there is a multi-storey on site, so around a week's cruise that will cost you around £91. So not too bad considering that's an on-site car park. To the right, you can see there is the place you'll need to go, the lanes you need to go if you're heading on the ferries. You can also use the terminal as well. Little fun fact, there is 2,660 solar panels on site, and that powers 35% of the electricity. Amazing. This is where you will head if you are on the National Express or you've got a private coach. Drop off right in front of the terminal. That is really good. Also in front of the terminal you do have space for bicycles. You have your taxi drop off and taxi pickup. Do not worry, the local taxis will know when there is cruise ships in, and also you can obviously use Uber. So let's head into this terminal and let's find out what we have got inside. First part of the terminal is predominantly the ferry part, but obviously you can use it because you'll need to go through this to get to the cruise part. You've got seating if you're a little bit early, and then to the right hand side you do have the check-in for walk-on ferry passengers, and you'll see to the right hand side shortly there is where the walk passengers head on to the ferries. But the great advantage here, because it is also a ferry port and a ferry terminal, you've got extra things like the shops. You'll see the cafe in a minute, which you don't normally get in a cruise terminal. I understand why, because they want efficiently to get you through, which they'll do here as well. But it's great if you've forgotten something, you just want to head to the shop, or you just want to get a bite to eat if you're a little bit early, up in the cafe. As we head up to look at the cafe, we do ask if you enjoyed this and you want to see more, like our Southampton cruise ship guide, then press that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button tells YouTube that you enjoyed this video and more people will get to see it. Thank you. Upstairs we go, and a big cafe. As I said, great. When you go to Spain, Germany, etc., it's not uncommon to find cafes in cruise terminals. We don't seem to have them here in the UK. As I said, it's because they want you to go efficiently through, and you will go efficiently through if you're on time and you just want to head straight onto the cruise ship, which many of you do. But if someone's picking you up, or if you're maybe slightly early, you've got a chance to sit down, relax, and you can take in the views. We're now heading towards the new part of the terminal. This is the new cruise terminal bit. You've got this lovely outside area which you can check out your ship from afar, and as you can see, this is where they connect. So you've got the old terminal, and then this is where you connect to the new terminal. This terminal was made possible by 11.25 million Levelling Up Fund. And as you can see, this first bit is just like the airport. It's great. Get checked in and you head straight through into security. The most they're going to handle is 2,600 passengers next year on Resilient Lady, and I'm sure they'll do it very, very efficiently. Then it's through security and then through this very stylish lounge. Now hopefully you won't need to be sat here or not sat here for very long, because you'll be straight downstairs and on to the buses to the cruise ship, but it's a great place to get those photos. And you can take your photos for Instagram. Talking about Instagram, we're on Instagram, TikTok, and also X. Check us out, Cruising with the 4Bs, to find out what we are up to. Now it's time to head downstairs, head on the buses, leave the new cruise terminal, and head to the most exciting part. We're heading off to our cruise. Time on the bus is very, very short. It's mainly just for a health and safety reason that you do head on the buses, but they're very, very efficient. As you can see from the pictures, there's plenty of them. You won't be waiting around, and it takes around 3 minutes to connect with your cruise. Once you're then up the gangway and onto the cruise ship, I would argue this is one of the best sailorways in Europe, maybe the world, and definitely the UK. Let's check it out as we sail away on our cruise. Hello. Couple of hints and tips for you. Cruise Mapper is a great way of finding more information about the port you're departing from. For example, Portsmouth. I tapped that in and it gave me some information, and it also gives you the schedule for 2024. When are the ships arriving? Maybe you want to go and check out a ship as it arrives, or you want to see what your choices are. It's a great app. It's free of charge. It's Cruise Mapper. Also, you can type in the ship, the cruise ship you're going on, and you can see where in the world it is. Maybe you want to see if it's heading in on time. Resilient Lady, I tapped in on the time of recording, and I found out it was in Australia. Ooh. Also, check out the Portsmouth Port website, where you've got links to your car parking, etc., and more information. I've got lots of information on this video. And if you are cruising from Portsmouth or you're thinking of booking a cruise, then check out the website. Saga website's really easy to use. There was cruises for around 4,000, which seems expensive, but don't forget you get all your drinks and you also get a chauffeur from your house. Resilient Lady was on there, still bookings for Portsmouth, and there was some Norwegian as well. So check out the website or get yourself a really, really good travel agent. We've got one, and I'll pop down the details down below in the description, and I'll also put in the description all of the other things we've talked about today: D-Day Museum, Historic Dockyard, etc. All the links will be down in the description below. Sadly, your cruise is over. But hopefully your disembarkation will be as efficient as your embarkation. You're back on the buses and back into what this is, the baggage hall. On this day, this was the port open day, which was great. It was free of charge. You managed to wander around the whole terminal and the port area. So if you see that advertised, it's free of charge next year around October time in 2024. But it was great. But normally, this is where your bags are. They're organised in deck. So you just find your deck, find your bags, and then you're off. We've got so many more cruise content coming in 2024, and we've got 2 years worth already on the channel. So check us out. It's free to press that subscribe from the 4Bs. It's a thank you. What do you think of cruising from Portsmouth? Have you? Do you have any hints or tips, or will you be doing in 2024? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you soon on Cruising with the 4Bs. Press the screen now and you'll have a cruise port guide to Southampton.